Somebody told you that if you breastfeed, the weight will just fall off, right? And here you are, breastfeeding around the clock, exhausted, doing everything right. And the scale is just sitting there, judging you. Maybe it even went up. And now you're wondering, what is wrong with me? I'm going to stop you right there. Because nothing is wrong with you, but something is wrong with the information you've been given. And today I'm going to burn it down and replace it with what's actually true, backed by real science, not Instagram. Stay with me and subscribe, because by the end of this video, your relationship with your postpartum body is going to look completely different. Let's start with the claim itself. Breastfeeding burns extra calories so you'll lose weight. Okay, that first part? True. Producing breast milk burns roughly 500 calories a day. Real calories. That's like running 5 kilometers without leaving your couch. And yes, some of that energy does come from stored body fat. The science agrees on that. But here's the part that gets left out every single time. Burning extra calories does not automatically equal losing body fat. Your body can do 2 things after a calorie burn. 1, it makes you hungrier. Breastfeeding hunger is not a vibe. It's a biological signal. Your body is demanding fuel back. 2, some bodies just become more protective of fat stores during lactation, essentially deciding that your reserves are too important to give up right now. So you have a body that's burning more, but also eating more, moving less, and hoarding fat. And the result? For a significant chunk of women, the scale doesn't move, or it goes up. That is in the peer-reviewed research. It's not just your experience. It's expected. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Because your hormones right now are not on your weight loss team. Let's meet the cast. First up, prolactin. This is a hormone responsible for your milk supply. And it sounds innocent enough, right? It just makes milk. Cute. No, prolactin is actually running the whole show right now. Research has found that prolactin directly suppresses the breakdown of fat in adipose tissue. It also lowers a hormone called adiponectin, which is essentially your metabolism's on switch. So, the same hormone that's making your milk is simultaneously, quietly, deliberately, reducing your body's willingness to burn fat. It also suppresses ovulation, which keeps your estrogen low. And estrogen, people don't talk about this enough. Estrogen is deeply tied to fat distribution, insulin sensitivity, and your ability to hold on to muscle. Less estrogen means your body stores fat more easily, loses muscle more easily, and holds onto water. So, you could be doing everything right and still feel puffy and stuck and soft. Next, cortisol, your stress hormone. And before you say, I'm not that stressed, have you thought about the vigilance of having a newborn, the broken sleep, the mental load of keeping a tiny human alive? That keeps cortisol elevated whether you feel anxious or not. And chronically elevated cortisol does 3 things that kill fat loss. It increases fat storage around the midsection. It blunts insulin sensitivity, meaning your body doesn't handle carbohydrates as efficiently. And it makes your body grip its energy reserves tighter. This is why you can be eating less, working out, doing everything right, and still feel like your body is resisting you. It literally is. It's protecting itself from what it perceives as a threat. And then there's sleep. This one deserves its own moment, because it might be the most underrated fat loss killer in the entire postpartum season. Research published in the journal Obesity showed that even partial sleep deprivation, we're talking one bad night, measurably lowers leptin, the hormone that tells your brain you're full, while raising ghrelin, the hormone that drives hunger. And here's the part that floored me. Those hormonal shifts were more pronounced in women than in men. So, every single fragmented night of sleep is not just making you tired. It is chemically making you hungrier the next day and making it harder for your body to recognize when it's had enough. That's not a mindset problem. That's biochemistry. Put prolactin, cortisol, low estrogen, and sleep deprivation all together, and you have a body that's been engineered by millions of years of evolution to prioritize your baby's survival over your gene size. Honestly, that's kind of incredible. It just doesn't feel incredible at 3 a.m. when nothing fits. Can we talk about the scale for a second? Because it is doing you dirty right now, and you need to know why. Your body postpartum is dealing with fluid shifts, tissue inflammation, and if you started training, active muscle rebuilding. Muscle is denser than fat, which means you could be simultaneously losing fat and gaining muscle, and the number on the scale won't move, or it'll go up. This is called body recomposition, and it is completely invisible to a bathroom scale. The scale also cannot tell you that your waist is smaller. It cannot tell you that you're stronger. It cannot tell you that your energy is better or that your clothes are fitting differently. It gives you one number and lets you spiral with it. Here's a better measurement system for this season. How do your clothes fit? How is your energy? Are you getting stronger in your workouts? Is your skin clearer? Is your mood more stable? Those are signs your body is changing. The scale might just be the last thing to catch up. Also, one more thing the research is clear on. The breastfeeding fat loss benefit, where it does show up, tends to peak between months 3 and 6. Not week 6, not week 2, months 3 to 6. So, if you're in those early weeks and feeling nothing's working, you may not even be in the window yet. Okay, so what do you actually do? Because I'm not here to just tell you why it's hard and leave you there. Let's talk about what science says actually works. Number 1, do not crash diet. I mean it. Severe caloric restriction while breastfeeding has 2 documented consequences. 1, it can reduce your milk supply. 2, it signals to your already protected body that resources are scarce, which increases fat retention. You will literally make it harder. Eat enough. Eat well. A small, sustainable deficit is the maximum, and that should only happen in consultation with a professional. Number 2, make protein your best friend. Of all the nutritional levers available to you right now, protein has the strongest research behind it for postpartum women. It supports milk production. It helps preserve muscle in the absence of estrogen. And it is the single most satiating macronutrient, meaning it directly fights at breastfeeding hunger without sending you into a spiral. Every meal should have a real protein anchor. Number 3, move consistently, not aggressively. Doing high-intensity training when you're sleep-deprived and cortisol elevated doesn't accelerate fat loss. It often makes it worse by spiking cortisol further and sometimes impacting supply. What actually works? Walking, moderate resistance training, bodyweight movement. Consistency over intensity. Every time. Number 4, treat sleep like a performance drug, because it is. Nap when you can. Accept help when it's offered. On the nights you get a longer stretch. Protect it like it's precious, because it genuinely is. Better sleep means better hunger hormones the next day. Number 5, check your thyroid if something feels truly off. This one is less common but important. Postpartum thyroid dysfunction affects roughly 5 to 10% of women and is frequently missed. If you're dealing with extreme fatigue, feeling cold all the time, hair loss beyond normal postpartum shedding, or weight that absolutely will not move despite doing everything right, get your thyroid checked. Here's the thing I really want you to hear. The women who seem to lose the baby weight effortlessly while breastfeeding are not more disciplined than you. They are not working harder than you. They are operating with a different hormonal environment, different stress levels, different sleep, different genetics. You are not behind. You are on a completely different playing field. And comparing yourself to someone else's postpartum experience is like comparing your weather to someone else's city. Your body right now has one primary objective, and it is not your weight. It is your baby. And every single biological mechanism we talk about today, the prolactin, the cortisol, the fat protection, the hunger signals, all of it exists to keep that baby fed and keep you standing. That is not your body working against you. That is your body working for both of you. What you can do right now in this season is build a foundation. Eat real food. Move your body with respect. Prioritize sleep wherever possible. Be consistent without being extreme. Because when your hormones stabilize, whether that's when you wean or when enough time passes, every good habit you built in this season will be there waiting for you. You're not starting over. You're building while the conditions are hard. And that counts for more than you know. If this video made you feel even a little more normal, share it with a mama who needs to hear it. She's probably sitting somewhere right now feeling exactly what you felt at the beginning of this video. Drop in the comments. Did breastfeeding make you lose weight, gain weight, or just stay exactly the same? I genuinely want to know, and subscribe, because we go this deep on women's health every single week. I'll see you in the next one.